What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Game Week 35 team selection stream. Hope you are all doing well, and hope you're having a great day as well. We're going to be looking obviously into Game Week 35. We're going to be looking at transfers. Obviously, Nick, welcome. Shubh Haran, welcome as well. We're going to be talking Game Week 35 transfers to make captaincy. I'm interested to know where people are going to be captain, like where you're putting your armband and everything. I'll actually, let's create a poll for that as well. In terms of captaincy for Game Week 35, and anyone having a wildcard chip left, for captaincy left, assistant manager chip left, let me know as well in the comments. We'll try and cover all of that as well. Um, Wildcard drafts would make a wildcard draft. Maybe I just uh, for instance, 87 all out could have been 100 plus. Unfortunate. I didn't watch the Chelsea game, and apparently I heard that I had Kukurea in my team. He had a plenty of chances to get some hauls. Unfortunately, it is what it is. No points there. But yeah, we'll go through the team as well. Had a good week. I don't have any players left for the Forest versus Brentford game. Hopefully there is no, like, the damage isn't too much there. I know Nick is looking for some huge scores from that game, but hopefully for my sake, the damage isn't too bad. As you can see, what you see on terms of my rank is my current live rank, so it's subject to change based on whatever happens in that game. Um, Game week 35 captain Buemo. There are a lot of captaincy options for this week, so I am going to add them here. I don't know who people are going for. I put some captaincy choices. I could be wrong on some of these choices. You guys let me know as well in terms of where exactly you're going in terms of captaincy. Sanchez and Cucurella on the bench. Damn. I'm sure you've seen this on Discord already, but I was 250 decisions away from. Yes, I did notice that. Leonard and Trent starting over Saar plus Sissingham. Rip. I'm bringing Embuemo to captain. Oh, interesting. All right, so we'll talk about all of that and the transfers as well. Now, as things stand, 95 points all out. Leno in goal, Sessegnon, Kokorea, and Nuri. Kokorea, man, if only this guy could have got returns that he should have got 0.40 XGI. That's insane. That's insane for a defender. And he got nothing from it. Nothing. So sad. Jacob Murphy, Luis Diaz, Harvey Barnes was the annoying thing. The guy just. This is a fail pick. I wish I had Embuemo here in this place instead of Harvey Barnes now, but it is what it is. We can't do anything about it. Iwobi, Mosala, Isak, and the legendary Cunha captain. That was what was the most legendary part of my game week, basically, to be honest. So I'm happy with the Cunha captaincy, which means I've got a decent chunk to my give me a decent sized green arrow at this moment. Things can change, but we're looking okay for the moment. So the next goal for Game Week 35 is to try and get into this top 500k. Um, Basically, to get into the top 500k, I am 10 points away. It could be about 12 to 14 points away by the end of the Brentford versus Forest game. So we'll have to see how it goes. So I have to get another 14 points over the field, which means another differential captain is going to happen this week as well. So we're going to have to think about a differential captain as well in terms of like who to go for. Uh, I know a lot of people are talking Embuemo. I don't know. I'm not. I'm thinking of bringing Embuemo and keeping him in. Thinking of Rashford to Embuemo. That's an option. I did consider doing that. Fortunately for me, I do not have the funds to be able to do that because I went and looked into it. My team, I have point 0.2 in the bank, guys. So Rashford, unfortunately, 6.6. I can only go to 6.8. I did not know that Embuemo had gone all the way to 8.1 million. That's insane. The only way I can do an Embuemo replacement is if I was to sell Saka. And honestly, given Arsenal's against PSG, which is currently Arsenal lost 1-0 in the first leg. The second leg is obviously next week. There is probably Saka is definitely not starting, right? Not starting. Probably gets like 20 odd minutes if anything against Bournemouth. Maybe none as well, potentially. Um, so there's no point in really having Saka for that in 35. 36 is Liverpool. 37 is Newcastle. By the time it comes to 38, I don't even know if they're still in the Champions League by then. He probably might not even feature in 38. And 38, I don't really care. I might even not need Saka, and I'll probably go for someone else left field, completely, to be honest. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just sell Saka, get Embuemo in. Now, I might not captain Embuemo this week, potentially. I don't know. Personally, for me, we'll see how United play against Atletico Bilbao, first of all. I just think, I don't know. I don't think United get destroyed, personally. Like, do we think Embuemo can get 15 points? If we think he can get like 15 plus points, then I don't mind it. I'm just not sure if he can get 15 plus points. Do you guys think? So initially, before game week 35 start, like game week 33, when I was looking at which players to sell for the doubles and all, and when I kept Isak, one of my thoughts was to captain Isak against Brighton. Now at the time, this was game week 33 when I was thinking for 35 captaincy. And I was thinking Isak for 35 captaincy. Brighton had quite a few injuries. Now, obviously, a few of those players for Brighton are back from they're back from any injury problems. Like obviously, Mitoma is back. They've got a few other midfielders also. Yeah. So I was thinking Brighton. Now I still don't mind Brighton because obviously Newcastle they want to keep winning because Champions League football very important. The table is still pretty tight as well. Um, Isak hasn't gone massive in terms of points potential. Like he hasn't hauled. He's had a couple chances, but he hasn't hauled. This table is very tight, right? Like between 6 to 3, everyone will want to try and put out that. Now, if obviously Forest win, that puts a lot more pressure on Newcastle as well to make sure that they win against Brighton. So I was thinking Newcastle maybe Isak because Isak's EO is going to be way more lower than what it is. I was trying to see what Isak's EO was in game week 33, and in game week 33, this is what I had on my team. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So game week 33 was when we bench boosted, right? And this. I had this as a bench boost in 33 at 800k rank. His EO was about 82%. Game week 33. Which means 35. It could be around 80% EO. It could also be slightly less than that if the news. Now here's the news. We're waiting for double game week confirmation. Still haven't got any double game week confirmation. And right now we're waiting on potential to see first of all whether City and versus Southampton is game week 36. But we're also looking to see whether City versus who would they play in 37? Manchester City play Bournemouth. So we're looking to see whether Man City versus Bournemouth moves into 36 or not, which means Bournemouth would also potentially double then. We're looking on that information. There's also the possibility that Spurs versus Aston Villa. Now, Spurs have requested for the fixture to be moved a bit more earlier, whether that is on the Saturday, still in game week 37, but they've asked for Thursday, game week 36. So Aston Villa, for the moment, have said that they have not agreed to it. They have said that they won't agree to it. It's up to the Premier League to see what exactly is going to happen with that. There's a very likely chance that it probably might not be a double, but if it does end up being a double, then Aston Villa also could end up doubling in 36. We hopefully will get all of this information before the game week 35 deadline. Crystal Palace versus Wolves. this game doesn't really need to move per se. To 36, it could move if it wanted to, but it doesn't really have to. But if I guess if City Bournemouth does move, Crystal Palace versus Wolves could also move. Means Wolves would have Brighton and Crystal Palace 36. So Captain Cunha could be on the cards as well potentially. For anyone who has the triple captaincy chip left as well in 36. So these are the kind of doubles that we're still waiting and seeing exactly what's going to happen. Ricky, how are you doing? Mike, how are you doing? Who can I sub for Rashford and Saka? How are you today? I am doing well. Saka must go. Yeah, I'm looking at getting rid of Saka as well. Rashford, obviously, again, depends on which players. Now, the players that everyone's talking about, Mbuemo is one, and I can see why, because one, Man United most likely to rotate Game Week 35. So Mbuemo at home, good fixture. Southampton in 36 is against Ipswich, good fixture again. He's one. Another a lot of people are talking about Bowen, and I don't mind Bowen as a FPL pick in general. He's a pretty decent, like relatively consistent player. I've owned him in two spells. One spell I had a really good run with Bowen. During this like 20 was it 24 to like 28 time period I had Bowen. It went pretty well for me. Then I got him again somewhere like in no, I don't remember where I got him and when I sold him. Yeah, I got him at like 24 to around 28, I think. And then I got him at like 30 to 32. I had him, I think. I believe so. I don't remember now. I had him for two spells. One spell I had him was good. Second spell wasn't that great. I don't mind Bowen as an option for anyone who's looking to go and get Bowen. Personally, the problem with Bowen for me is West Ham aren't a team I look and go. Guys are going to score 3, 4, 5, 6 goals, or like no, okay, 6 is too much. They're not a team that will score more than 2 goals kind of situation. So in that case, like the amounts of the haul potential from Bowen feels a bit more lower to me personally. Um, he's another one, and then KDB is a very underrated. Yes, KDB is another potential option as well. Me, unfortunately, I can't get to KDB now. If I was to sell Saka, honestly, KDB could have been a really nice shot. The only thing is I can't get to KDB because I already have Triple City in Guardiola, Ruben Diaz, and Mamush. Means I can't really do KDB unless I took a hit. And at this moment, without knowing exactly, what the doubles are going to be like, it's a bit hard to tell you guys exactly where to go. You probably want to, just in case, count how many potential double gaming players you have right now. Like I've got triple City, triple Crystal Palace. I have triple Villa as well. If all three teams end up getting doubles in 36, I'm going to be severely screwed in 37. Um, because there will be 9 players I need to fix. So in that specific situation, I don't think you can start going and chasing doubles easily without having to take a few hits as well. So you need to kind of wait for double game week information to see whether we get any confirmation or not. If we don't get anything by game week 35, by the deadline, I don't know if we'll then end up getting any doubles at all. Hakan Saad, Emblem, and Bowen for a -4. Yeah, I don't mind that. But if you don't have Rashford probably, so yeah, I don't mind that as well. Has Salah become a potential rotation risk now? Liverpool have already won the league. Uh, Not really, but isn't he still chasing a record? Goals plus assist combination record or something? He needs like one goal and one assist, or like just 2 goal involvements to break a record. I think he should be okay. I don't think he'll become a potential rotation option. I do think the likes of Luis Diaz, Jota, they are going to be a bit more of a rotation options. Com, how are you doing? Blank game weeks and free hits always seem to screw me over. If I play in a blank game week, I get a poor score. And if I don't, everybody else gets a great score. Congratulations, Ryan. Thank you very much. However, certain Embuemo is still yet to play, so he could still cause a bit of chaos. We'll have to wait and see. We're talking about like transfers as well, which players to get. Me personally, I'm looking at Embuemo this week, but I don't know if I would captain him. My armband as things stand, or also if you guys want me to bring your teams up, let me know where you are in the mini league. My armband as things stand is on Isaac. So we'll have to wait and see how the team looks like. I'm starting Martinez over Rhea. What do the odds say for clean sheet? Arsenal 32%, Aston Villa 32%. Very nice. Thank you very much. City 42% against Wolves. I have my doubts over this City 42% clean. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I have a significant doubts on this potential 42%. If I was more confident, I would have started Ruben Diaz as well. If I knew it was going to be a proper 42%, but I have a bit of doubts on that. Which is why I'm not starting Ruben Diaz as well. Plus, I would have like doubled up on City. So I just think Wolves have been playing a bit more decently recently. And yeah, Edison might be back for this game, but Wolves can find a way to score potentially. So yeah, Everton. I don't mind anyone looking for Everton assets, but probably wouldn't be looking at getting them in. Personally, if you're looking for players to try and buy in midfield, Embuemo, KDB, Jared Bowen, anyone else that stands out. I think Morgan Rogers, everyone kind of already has. We're not targeting Arsenal at all. Neither are we targeting Bournemouth. Visa up front, Yuan Visa as well. Up front is not a bad striker option if anyone's looking to get. That's kind of it. Forest have some slightly interesting fixtures, and Forest kind of need to win. Like they've got Brentford this week, which is happening. Crystal Palace, which I now have no idea what Crystal Palace is going to turn up. After the FA Cup win against Aston Villa, he's kind of thrown me off. Now I don't know what Palace team we're going to get. The fact that Ismail Sarr got, what is it, 2 goals in the FA Cup semis, and he could not get a single one during the entire 3 to 4 game weeks that I owned him in the Premier League. Oh no, no, Ismail Sarr, you have no words. But they got Leicester and West Ham after that, so not too bad as well for Forest as I wouldn't be going and buying until we know exactly what the doubles and everything are going to be like. My guess is Robinson and Livramento. What is this for? Robinson and Livramento? Would you move on Rashford and Saka for Bowen plus Embuemo 3 free transfers? Yes, I would do that. Isak's record against Brighton is pretty poor, is it? Oh, I did not look. How poor is poor? But this is Newcastle team is in a pretty good state of form right now. What do you mean by is all at home? In a way, right? Fair enough. I see what you mean. So does that put me? I guess that puts me off him. What about Salah versus Chelsea? Doesn't Salah have a really good thing versus Chelsea? Salah has a really good record versus Chelsea. To an extent, maybe recently. One goal and assist. Last game, assist. In here, 25 minutes, so nothing. 1-0, one goal, one goal. Not too bad for Salah against Chelsea as well. How do I sort this by Salah at away? Hmm. An okay record for Salah against Chelsea. Guemo versus Manchester United, maybe? Would this put him in the shopping market? Or. Yeah, even Embuemo stats against Man United. So clearly, none of these guys have really good stats. Let's be honest. I think if we're going to start looking at this now, we're not going to get anywhere. Currently looking at Murphy and Saka out for either Bowen or De Bruyne and Rodgers. I may also do Evan Nilsson to Visa for -4, even though his red has been rescinded. First hit of the season. Oh, Combe is about to do a big move. He's gonna just go and hammer like Combe is looking at going ham on United. I should also state, guys. Well, I guess you're expecting a massively rotated Manchester United team, which is very likely. It's most likely that Embuemo will be going up against Harry Amas, who will most likely play left back, who is not a bad left back, to be honest. But you're probably thinking of a rotated team. I just don't know. I don't know if he'll get hammered. That just might be me, a bit too biased. But then again, I think we're pretty shit in general. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Was referring to me when I mentioned I had 50-50 decisions. Ah, okay, fair enough. I'd argue though that United sides back then actually had functioning bases between themselves. Uh, Not the last season or the season before. Like not like this is like look at the 2024 one. Oh well, he was not there 90 minutes here, so that's a different story. This team also was pretty. This is still Ten Hag, right? Look at this. These two are Ten Hag teams. I would say this Ten Hag team also was basically the same thing. This is what I'm looking at, right? This is like last season. I mean, this is this season. Um, this is under Amarim or under Ten Hag? I have no idea. But Ten Hag. These are all Ten Hag ones. I'd say the IQ level of any all the footballers under Ten Hag and after were just like very bad. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Indeed, exactly. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But anyways, different season, different story. We're all looking at teams that have now completely changed as well this season. Um, at this point, honestly, go with your gut pick. We also kind of have to wait and see what happens to Brentford against Forest. Because Forest, they need to win that game, right? Because if they don't win that game, their chances of Champions League football get even more slimmer by the day. So Forest kind of need to beat Brentford this week. We'll see what happens. That's on Thursday, that game, which is basically it'll be going almost at the same time of the Europa League. So I might be up to watch that. Right? Or no, I might not watch too much of the Forest versus Brentford. I might have gone to sleep back again. But I'll be up to watch the United game. So I'll see how United do against Bilbao. If United suffer badly, means they might end up rotating as well. 35. Then I might potentially also think about uh Buemo captaincy. Although I'm not against buying Buemo in. In general, I think he's a really good FPL asset. So I wouldn't put one against buying him in captaincy. I think I'm gonna wait and see. Although this is probably a week to try a differential captain. Because everyone is just like we're not certain on captaincy. Right? Salah could also still be a pretty, not gonna lie. Embuemo is a decent captaincy shout. Bowen against Spurs is not too bad as well. Very Bowen is like one of the high reward, high risk captaincy shouts maybe. Because his EO is not going to be high at all. He'll be like 30 to 40% EO. Bowen. Isak is also not too bad. Marmush against Wolves. I mean, Marmush against Wolves is okay. Watkins is now most likely going to start as well against Fulham because Marcus Rashford is out injured. I think Fulham are a pretty decent team, but Watkins could be decent option as well. Well, like I think said before, KDB has been underrated as well. KDB is also a decent captaincy option, which means there are quite a few options this week. There's no standout fix. There's no standout captain. When there's no standout captain, it's okay to try something different. But if it seems like everyone's going to go Embuemo, and me having to chase rank, significantly chase rank, because initially I was telling you guys about this mini league and how I thought the relegation was top 20, like top 20 places were safe. I have just realized that it's not top 20, it's top 17 that are safe. And top 17 is like 2262. I'm like 70 points away, guys. Resting. I need to like massive. League is so hard. I need to like I need to like chase significantly. Like I don't know. Need to try and get in top 70 somehow or the other. I'm gonna have to try differential captaincies. And if it seems like everyone's going Embuemo, I'm gonna just buy Embuemo, keep him in, and I'm just gonna captain someone else. Okay, interesting position. I want Embuemo, but my bids are KDB, Salah, Bowen, Salah, and Rogers with one free transfer. 1.2 in the bank. No idea how I'm gonna get him in because I don't want Bowen to go. Can you sell Ismail Sarr? 0.2, you know. No, you can't sell Ismail Sarr. But you wouldn't want to sell KDB as well ahead of what could be a potential double. You know what your extreme left punt would be? Is selling Salah, really enough. But that would not be recommended. Captaincy choice is 1 Embuemo, 2 Bowen, 3 Salah for me. Maybe Salah is also, I think we are probably overlooking Salah as well, potentially. Salah could still be a pretty decent choice. Like we're all thinking that Liverpool are going to be on the beach after their title win, and we're expecting Chelsea to beat Liverpool because of that. But are Liverpool going to be on the beach? Do you guys think Liverpool are like just going to be like, yeah, we won the title, now we don't need to take the league seriously? But exactly, which is what brought about my Salah question about his potential rotation now the league is won. I think let's see what Arne Slot says in his press conference. Like Arne Slot is generally a decently open manager about his thoughts and everything. So let's see what Arne Slot says in his press conference. And if he says, okay, I'm gonna start giving kids and everyone a chance, then maybe we kind of there's a chance that you could sell Salah, and then I might not potentially consider Salah captaincy as much. But if says they're gonna still like try and win every game, then I might consider Salah a bit more, actually. So we'll have to wait and see. Uh, Maybe we'll see a few high scoring games in Liverpool. That is also possible, right? It's also possible. I wouldn't put it past. Like I'm still toying between Isak and Salah, even for captaincy. Mamush, Amush, I initially might have thought about it a bit more if Wolves weren't as urgent. They looked better, slightly better. But maybe I would have thought about Marmush a bit more earlier. But then I'm most likely going to be captaining Marmush in Game Week 36 anyways. Um, Probably triple captaining him unless Wolves get a double. Wolves get a double, then that kind of changes things. Um, yeah, I mean, we'll see. Maybe Salah is not a bad option as well. Salah will still be one of the most popular captaincy choices this week, if not one of the most captained choices this week, just because there are so many teams that just haven't changed. Even last game week in the free hit, everyone was heavily on Salah, 147. Game week 33, like I showed you guys, 160. Liverpool without a double game week. So there's still a huge percentage of managers who just keep it on Salah regardless. Would you say chasing down a 23-point gap is realistic before the end of the season without going madly differential? 23-point gap. It is realistic. It is realistic. It is possible. You don't have to go badly differential. Which means madly differential, as in you don't have to have like significantly different captaincy choices. You just need one or two slightly differential players. Like you need one or two slightly differential players. Like the person who needs to go madly differential is me. Like me to try and even get and survive. Now I showed you guys top 17, right, in that league. Top 17 was at like 178 or something in this league. In the league that I showed you guys. Yeah, 184. Yeah, so that's like top 200k, right? Basically. For me to try and get top 200k is 67 points now. I need to go slightly madly different. If you're 23 points, 23 points, you don't have to go badly. One or two differential players, maybe one game week where you have a slightly different captain, stuff like that, be able to cut it down. What is this? Is this to try and get like top 1k, Nick? Is there like a top 1k finish or top 10k? Top 10k, right? One of the two. Thing is, we still haven't gotten any news. I don't know when we're going to start getting these double game week confirmations. Maybe on the Friday, we'll probably get. We've got like in the last couple game weeks, like before, we used to get news on the Friday. So maybe we'll get some other confirmation this Friday. I'm 23 points down to top 5k with 2 to play this week as well. Oh, so that could go to like, depending how the game week goes, could be down. You could be having to chase less than 20 points, 5 points away from top 10. I think it's possible to try and get in there. One or two differential players compared to the rest of the teams around you. I think you'll be able to make it. Also, I should mention, I will be back to regular content from next week onwards, and I have been busy trying to get a few guests on. Um, so Game Week 36, I think I've almost sorted a guest for Game Week 36. Game Week 37, we have sorted a guest. Game Week 37. That'll be a Monday podcast though. Game Week 37. I'll let I tell you who the guest is. We'll be looking at the wonderful Mira FPL Meds for Game Week 37. That'll be like a Monday podcast. Game Week 36, I'll let you guys know once I finalize it. And Game Week 38, I need to think of a guest and probably search and ask someone. So yeah, working on a few guests for you guys for podcast, and hopefully that will also help us push to that 1k mark. So yeah, that's basically kind of what I wanted to talk. We have to see obviously now if we get this double game week news. I think we'll do one more stream this week on the Friday, probably Friday night, something similar to this time. We'll do a stream. Is there a possibility for is the Game Week 35 a Friday night deadline? Oh yeah, Game Week 35 is a Friday night deadline. I did not know that Game Week 35 was a Friday night deadline, which means we can do a deadline stream. Yeah, we might be able to do an earlier deadline stream for Game Week 35. Friday night deadline. Means Friday is when, yeah, Friday deadline. Yeah, okay. So we'll have a deadline stream on Friday. Um, Hopefully we'll have double game week news before that. We do get double game week news before that. Maybe on Thursday. Thursday? Is it Thursday? It was Thursday. Isn't it? Sorry, tomorrow is Thursday. My dates are all over the place, guys. Today is Wednesday. So tomorrow is Thursday. Okay, Thursday maybe not. So Friday we can do Saturday 3:30 a.m. Sydney time the deadline. Yes. For me, because I'm still not in Sydney, which is what I'm seeing on screen here. This is Sydney time that my laptop is on. Yes, I should be able to do a Friday deadline. Okay, works for me. I can do it. So we'll be back live on the Friday deadline, which hopefully by then we'll know whether Manchester City are doubling in 36 or not, whether Crystal Palace are doubling in 36 or not, whether Aston Villa and Spurs are doubling in 36 or not. Same thing for Bournemouth and Wolves as well. Also, for those of you who have the assistant manager chip left, there aren't that many. Honestly, the table bonus fixtures aren't looking appealing personally. So what I would do is for anyone who has the assistant managership left, I would first of all wait for any confirmation of doubles, and then if based on the doubles, if you get any double news, and based on that you can pick a manager. But I would probably, if you're looking to play it in 35, I would probably go safe with a manager. Keep in mind that trying to pick table bonus now becomes a bit more harder because the gaps, like the teams are definitely like, the teams that are in their positions are there for a reason. So not like where you have one team that is significantly better than where they're supposed to be, and because of that, there's so many changes in table. But like now there are quite a few gaps between tables, like the positions. So I would go safe for a manager. Like the first pick, I might go safe. I might even potentially wait for game week 36 to activate it, like 36, 37, 38 is probably when I would look to play that table bonus instead of 35, 36, 37. I might just do 30, yeah. Might do 36, 37, 38 personally. For this week, if anyone wants to play it, what are the teams that you can actually look to target this that have a table bonus? Wolves versus Man City, probably not. Fulham versus Aston Villa, is that a table bonus game? Nope, it isn't. Everton versus Ipswich isn't as well. Leicester, Southampton, Arsenal, Bournemouth. That I actually don't mind if you really wanted to play a table bonus. Anyone wanted to put an Areola against Arsenal? I mean, that is not a bad table bonus manager to have. Even though Arsenal rotate, I still favor Arsenal to win the game, but it's not a bad shout. Brentford versus Man United is not a table bonus as well. Brighton versus Newcastle. I don't know. I probably wouldn't do it on Brighton. Too many injuries and whatnot. Still favor Newcastle to win. West Ham versus Spurs. That is not a table bonus. And Chelsea versus Liverpool. I do not trust Chelsea enough to. And it's also not a table. Doesn't matter. Crystal Palace versus New Forest. That is a table bonus. Crystal Palace versus Forest. Would I back Hursley against Forest? Nah, I probably won't. So only it's Bournemouth against Arsenal. Only table bonus that maybe there's a chance that could get a table bonus on, like, might come in clutch. The rest I don't think I will back. I don't even know what the markets say table bonus personally. We'll have a look and see. Have a look what the markets say. Here we are. Markets go for Glasner. Just because of the table bonus, and Herzler, who has another table bonus. Why is Andoni Irela not? Is he not a table bonus manager? He is, isn't he? Why is he not highlighted? Well, maybe Pep is not a bad option to go. Moyes also. Okay. Yeah. Not looking good for assistant manager options. Gazner? Gazner is the highest one, right? Against Forest. But would you think Gazner could beat Forest? I don't know. We'll see. Have to wait and see. Let's see how Forest play against Brentford first. Depending on that, I think we'll. But I'm happy if you guys want to wait and just activate it 36 to 38 personally. Yeah. So that's basically it. If anyone's playing a wildcard, let me know. I'll have a look into a wildcard draft. Maybe I'll post a picture of it and record a short couple minutes video about a wildcard draft. I'll record one as well. I'll speaker with one potentially tomorrow. And I'll upload it like a short clip for a wildcard draft for anyone who needs it. But I think I'll end it here. Pretty late as well for me. Let's end the poll as well, see where we are at. In terms of the poll, a lot of you guys are going on Embremo. Isak is there as well. Bowen, Watkins, other is up as well. Salah 0. Damn, Salah got 0%. What has this world come to? Alright, I think we'll end it there. So thank you all, obviously, for joining me. Combe, Nick, Ricky, Shubharan, and Mike as well. You all have a good night, everyone. I will see you all on Friday. Hopefully, we get some double game week news, soon. Hopefully, we get soon so that we can kind of decide what moves we need to do. Obviously, see how Brentford and Forest go, and also obviously Europa League fixtures. Until then, I'll see you all later. Whatever. Night out.